Just running throughout the day. We finally got the pit cleared out. The way I figured out how to fix the ammo problem under military, you can go to E for equipment or F for ammunition. And what I had to do is go through each of the squads, completely remove the ammunition, and re-add ammunition, and then they got unstuck. So they cleared out that pit pretty quick. I got the bodies out, and that was pretty easy. Just set everybody to refuse, and they'll go after the body parts and the bodies first. And I disabled item hauling and every other type of hauling. Got the bodies out, and then switched everybody back to normal to deal with the rest of it. And we're still clearing out the last. I got another caravan, and to be perfectly honest, I'm going to completely ignore this one. I've got so much crap already in there from the last caravan that they're still hauling out. I did knock out a wall, give them a little shorter distance to the kitchen, and right now we're still just doing the cleanup of the pit. So we did get a king. It's under nobles here. I named him Urs the Third, but I've got him set up. I've still got a few things that I'm working on. I'm getting him. I got to get his tomb. He's already got mandates for Greaves and stuff like that. So still processing through that. And when it was all said and done, if we go up here to our cage pit area, we got quite a few goblins. I haven't disarmed them or anything yet, but so that's yet another project that we need to attend to. Unfortunately, when you do a full clean out like that, they see so many dead bodies. If we sort by just race, and then we go to happiness, we're running into problems with people just going absolutely insane from stress. And I threw them in a group called Vacation. The best thing that I found that works, I got to move my head there a little bit, and another artifact stolen. What you can do if you have locations in a tavern, if you put somebody quote unquote on vacation where they've got nothing to do, set them as a performer in your tavern. That kind of forces them to hang out there. It does chip away at the stress. The problem is if they're stressed enough, they're not going to recover. They're going to go nuts. But at least if they're in the tavern and I've got guards there, if they completely lose their shit, there's somebody there to address it. You still have the risk of civil wars and tantrum spirals and things like that, but that's basically where we're at this point. So, oh, there we go. We got a crash. Convenient. I wonder where my last save was. Probably before the caravan. I know there was a seasonal change in there somewhere. I think we had two more Forgotten Beasts that came in. Again, the Axe Dwarves and the Lumberjacks took care of that. So, okay, the tomb is ready to go. We're waiting on decoration. Caravan has not shown up. Yeah, probably 10 minutes. So, yep, the wall's out, and we're still hauling food, so that's pretty much where we're at. And I'm just kind of sitting here chilling. I got over here my Google Chrome and just kind of watching and keeping tabs on everything. So, that's pretty much it. I mean, at this point in a mature fortress, it's pretty much screensaver time. All that I'm doing is I'm checking on the decorating jobs and making sure that those are continuing to flow along, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it's going to take me ages. We look inside our trade depot. I mean, there's a lot of crap still in here. Like pages upon pages upon pages upon pages of meat, basically. So, and the cooks are non-stop cooking. I mean, it's right down here. This stockpile is a mixture of meals and drinks. This is just straight drinks. This is straight meals. So I'm going to have to put another stockpile over here just to keep tabs on it. I've got a guy for our crafts dwarves. I've got a guy making buckets and rock pots, and I mean, literally, I've got 200 queued up. I'm only 194 left to go, so that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not much else going on. When you get to this point, you know, you can hit no pause and just go about your day. It's not nothing terribly exciting. But I just wanted to pop in, explain that ammo fix. That's what I'll probably just call the video. But again, if you have problems with your dwarves not going and getting their ammo, just go under military, go under F, find the squads that are using ammunition, just press D to delete the ammunition out, and add the ammunition back in. I unpause, let it run for a few seconds, and then I add the ammunition back in just to make sure things update. But that seems to unclog the frog, shall we say. So, outside of that, I got a couple other things I got to get taken care of. Don't really have a lot of time tonight, but I might stream tomorrow. It just depends. But I thought I'd hop in real quick, get that little clip up, give you a little update on that. Again, there's not a lot of action. Go to the older videos. I might retire this fortress and do a new one. Just depends. I might generate another world too. I'll probably kick off a few of those tonight. Speaking of which, if you want on a modern processor, Dwarf Fortress. Where is where did I put that? Make worlds. Edit. So normally on an x86 Windows platform, it tries to load balance across your various processors, depending on how multi-threading and hyper-threading stuff like that work out. If you look at this, this is a simple batch file that generates 4 worlds at the same time. It'll generate them, it'll run them out to the clock, and then it'll save them. And in this particular case, if you look at this batch file, I'm using the large region configuration. If you have a custom configuration, just put that in the quotes there. And what this does when you kick it off is it will actually start all the world gens, and then the affinity flag is which processor core it goes on. Now, depending on what type of processor you have to remember that hyperthreading will make certain processors look like more than one. So, depending on what your system setup is, you might want to skip. You might want to go from Affinity 1 and go to Affinity 4, 6, and then 8, because you're trying to force it to skip over the hyperthreading virtual processors. So, but that's a very simple batch file. The start command, the double quotes, is just for no title. The affinity flag for which processor it goes on. Then, of course, dwarffortress.exe. A dash gen, and that's your world number. So I do 1, 2, 3, and 4 different worlds. Random seed, and then what type of map to generate. And that's really all it is. I put a pause at the end of it just so I make sure. And if you already have your first world and you run this, it'll just skip the first one and generate 2, 3, and 4. So it's a good way if you're going to browse a bunch of different worlds and you want to, go to bed, fire off 10 of them, wake up in the morning, and you'll have 10 worlds. So I've never really had a world gen take more than about 2 hours. So even running 4 of them concurrently, it takes about the same amount of time on my system. But anyway, that's enough for this. I got to go and I got to update my M1, and I got some stock stuff I got to do, and do my dividend investing, and I will catch you guys later. So have fun.